It's gonna be weird. Pit pouch, 1/4-inch steel, Avro, across the garage. Shoots pretty decent. I was almost on target there. Not bad for a first shot. Smoked it. Was on two. But I'm gonna have to do a little. Yeah, I'll be right back. Hold on a second. All right, let's see what we can do here. Get this thing to lock in place proper. Oh, there's one. There we go. It down just a little bit. That should be pretty good. All right, I saw some people were popping in here this morning. How is everybody doing? Hoggy, my man. Rex, brother Rex, how you doing, man? Long time no speak. How you doing, Cindy? Daryl, Taylor Made. Woo, people pouring in this morning. Brother Andrew, how you doing, bud? So, I'm in the garage today. We've got some absolute vicious wind outside. I was kind of hoping to come out here and do some, go outside and do some shooting. I'm testing out some .4 Omega Slings Olympus Green here today. And I'm in the garage. I was taking some shots. I'm also trying out a pit pouch for the first time too, which is kind of interesting. A pit pouch for 1/4 inch. Never tried it before. Whew. We're getting some hits though, and it's feeling pretty good. I'm kind of liking this pouch. Second place Joe's in the house. Rick too? Did I see Rick? Yeah, the hillbilly. Head hillbilly's in the house. What's going on? How's everybody doing? I'm sure you could hear that. It's pretty damn nice. That's 3 in a row. The thing is kind of tough is the last couple of days. I'll give you a look here. For those of you who are in my members video yesterday, I was out here working in the garage, trying to clean things up. I got some new tables in here. I'm going to be setting things up. It's still a little bit messy, but it's way better than it was before. For those of you guys who saw the disaster that I was working in before, like I couldn't just walk around here. There was like a bunch of shit all over the place, but I'm slowly but surely getting things done. And the nice thing is or the not so nice thing is that garbage day up here is every 2 weeks. And with Christmas coming and all that stuff, I can only put so much garbage in that bin before I wind up just overflown with it for the next little while. So I've got to kind of pace myself, which kind of sucks. I mean, there's a lot of things in here that I would just like to throw away, but I just don't have the room. It's the volume that's screwing me up. I got a couple of bins here with some stuff, some old tool kits and just like containers and stuff that I don't fucking use anymore. All of that's got to go to the trash. But anyway, it's coming along. You guys want to see a little tour of what I got going on here? Then I'll show you a couple of slings that I'm working on. I'm almost done. One of them is going out to a customer, hopefully today, if everything works out good. But so take a look at this. So I got all this work done. I got these new benches in here. There's my router table. I got to clean that up still. But I got these 2 new benches here. Found my spare chairs. Got another bench there. Got my toolbox over in the corner by the door. All this floor has been cleared up. Ice fishing stuff. This is what I'm tackling today. I'm not sure if I'm keeping this table or not. I might just get rid of it. Those 3 little containers in the corner there are all garbage, but I ran out of room. So I was able to put my lawnmower under there. Got all my clamps. That stuff is still to be settled out. But I'm going to be looking for a place for this and this. The drill press that's over here will be coming over here along with my spindle sander. That'll be all cleaned up. These tables I'm able to raise and lower, so this is going to go down a little bit, probably by about 2 notches. So it'll make it'll make the spindle sander anyway an easier height to work on. Although this is doable, it's just a little high. This and this is going to go onto that table for now. I almost never use this thing, and this thing has been replaced. We got our blade runner here set up, ready to go. It's plugged in. Got the vacuum under there, and the vacuum fits under the table. Got my garbage can there. Got a couple of pieces of wood I got to throw away. Belt sanders here, and my new buffing wheel is here. So the cool thing is, my plan next step is to take down that shelf and destroy that table. I've got a cabinet that I'm going to be putting right here. That's where all my sandpaper and everything's going to be going in there. Sandpaper, products like crazy glue, epoxy, all my bits and pieces, my screws and all that stuff. I'm probably going to take everything that you see here in this little kit and stick it over there as well. I would like to have a wall for all my hanging tools. So once all this shit's gone, I'll be throwing away that toolbox. A bunch of shit's going to be going, but on that wall, I want to have all my saws, my tools, shovels, all that crap all hung up on there. And this rack will be gone. That rack will be gone. Those racks will be gone. I'm going to get rid of all that shit and get this garage set up where I could come in here and bust out some slings. What kind of lantern is it? I think it's an old Coleman one, I think. It's an old Coleman one. It's pretty cool. Put a little kerosene in that thing. It burns for hours and hours and hours. Where am I going to put the flashlights? Who knows? Got to put those fuckers to work, though. So far, this 0.4 is feeling pretty damn good. I just caught the bottom of it that time. I'm also hoping to get a couple of clamp lights with that spaceship light that I got up there. I know I think I showed you guys that before, but I got a big old light up there, and I got a spare one lying around here somewhere. It came in a 2-pack. But I want to get those set up in here too, so I can have a lot of light where I'm working. There'll be no, you know, trying to move around, trying to get the light in, opening up the garage door when it's freezing fucking cold out. There'll be none of that. All that'll be gone. Whew. Not sure why, Mark, but when logged in on my phone, it doesn't show me as a mod, but it does on my iPad. That's weird. I don't see you as a mod here too, but you are a mod. Hold on a second. Add as a moderator. There you go. You should be back in blue. I don't know why I did that. It's kind of weird. Steven Siegel, how you doing, buddy? So I'll show you a couple of slings in a second here. I just want to get a couple more shots through this 0.4. I'm really liking it so far. The draw weight's beautiful. I should have weighed it so I can tell you how much it weighs, but I'm kind of thinking about getting another one of these tables here that I showed you, those new tables, and replacing that old one over there and making that my my sling bench. I'll get myself a nice little rolling chair, a high rolling chair, and I'll be able to do my make all my bands, keep my elastic and all that stuff here, and upstairs will be the room with all the slingshots in them. I wouldn't want to keep the slings in here because they're going to get all kind of dusty and fucked up from the from just being in the garage and getting cold, but the slingshots will stay upstairs. But I think maybe I'll just leave that upstairs. I don't know. I don't know. I'm doing a huge purge though, and getting rid of everything that I don't need. You tend to accumulate so much crap over the years. It's crazy. Yo, what's up, Richard? How's the 0.4 speed and wall? Well, here's the thing. So far, the 0.4, the speed seems to be okay, but I cut these long. Like, check this out. I got all that extra. So I didn't want anything too hot for the garage, in case I had any misses and to avoid bounce outs like that one. But they're still shooting pretty good, pretty fast. I should probably do a speed test on them at some point. But I mean, you're hearing those cracks. I'm shooting a tiny little leather flipper over there. So yeah, I got it set up on a 1632 piece of tubing, and it's taking a licking pretty good. Some good fucking coffee, boy. The way up towards DC, not so close as I thought. I live closer to you than them. Chat filter, all messages. There we go. Oh yeah, man. You know, at first it was kind of weird. When I first got into 1/4 inch, I was actually shooting better than I had ever before for a little while. And then I found myself kind of slipping back into that. I found myself kind of, I don't know, regressing again for some reason. I don't know why. So anyway, I was considering about shooting back, going back to 5/16. But I think probably the issue was not actually the 1/4 inch. I think the issue was I just lost time. I just didn't have time to shoot anymore because of the daylight. You know, we're losing daylight. It gets really cold outside. By the time I get home, the sun's already starting to go down, so it becomes a little tough to get the reps in. And this is part of the good thing about this whole setup in the garage too, is I'll be able to get out here in the garage at least and take a few shots. I'm thinking about possibly taking, I don't know, I kind of like this spot over here, but I'm thinking about maybe putting my body over here and shooting at the far corner down at the other side. I'll put the catch box up on the corner. Either that, or I can put the catch box just under the heater over there. That would work too, I think. But for now, in all purposes, I'm shooting at around 28 feet. It's not a full 10 meters. So I guess it's somewhere around 7.5, maybe 8 meters right now. But I'm shooting at the smallest target I can dig up. I got a little 20 in there, a round 20. It's not one of those long ones. It's a round 20. So we'll see if just keeping the reps going will help. But we're definitely putting some good shots on there. I may even go smaller and see how it is. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Yo, what's up, Al? That's the thing is that, coming out here and just shooting on the weekends only is tough. And you see a big dip. When I was when I was out practicing a lot, I was pretty much calling squirrel ball shots and all that stuff over and over again. And it was getting pretty. I was getting surprised at what my upper limit might be. But now with that a little amount of time, I just lost my. I just lost. I guess I dropped down a level, which is kind of sucks. So I'm going to show you something I got going on here. This is one I've got in the works for a customer. Look at that. It's coming out pretty nice. The only thing is I keep on getting some fucking bleed in here from the aluminum in the inside here that gets into that one spot only. Everywhere else cleans up pretty nice. It's just that one little spot. So I think today I'm going to go over this thing again with a 2500. Try to clean it up as much as possible. Get everything out, everything else out of it again. And I'm going to put tape over it while I buff the inside. So I'm thinking that's going to be the plan, and we'll see how that goes. And then I got some fingerprints on there. Have to give it a cleaning again. And that should be good to go at that point. I want this thing out tomorrow. Today or tomorrow, it's got to go out. It's no more choice. It has to be done. So that's that one. And then I have this one here. I just want to give this one one last cleanup. We'll give this one a last cleanup, a last little tour through the buffing wheel. We'll get this thing cleaned up just a little bit. I had it all looking pretty damn good, and then I had a little bit of an issue. I ended up scratching it somehow on that fork there. I don't know. I got to get that out now. I don't know if it's something in my pocket or whatever, but that one's going to be available to anybody who wants one. So I'll have to buff that one up soon too. And get that spot sanded out again, which kind of sucks. It's a lot of work, but we'll get there. Yo, what's up, Chad? Gotta have a very Merry Christmas. You too, Rex, and a Happy New Year too, buddy. Appreciate you, bud. Yeah, and I think once those last two are all cleaned up and done, I'm going to actually take my personal shooter and I'm going to give this thing another sanding all the way down. But I think I'm going to go ahead and buff all the G10 on it. But I think I'm going to leave this thing as just like a brushed steel instead of a polished steel. It might reduce some of the glare for me, which I think will be a little bit better. Better in my opinion anyway. I find when I'm outside shooting with these aluminum cores, sometimes the reflection off the sun kind of zaps you in the eyeballs, and it's warmer in here than I thought. Kind of zaps you in the eyeballs, and it causes your target to disappear. Doesn't disappear in here. Yo, what's up, Weston? How you doing, buddy? So what's everybody's plans for the holidays? I've got a tiny little bit of shopping I got to get done today. Got two more little things I got to pick up. And then I'm pretty much done. So that's the goals for today. Is do a little bit of shooting. In this case, a little bit of missing. I want to get these two tables tidied up that I was showing you a little bit before, and then I'm going to start tackling this guy over here. And I'm hoping that that cabinet shows up in the next couple of days, and I can get that thing set up in there and start putting shit away in there. It'll be pretty good to have that storage. And then the goal for next week is taking down that shelf, keeping the things I want to keep, throwing out the things I don't, and getting all that shit sent off to the dump. And then having a whole extra bit of room down there where I can either put another shelf, or for now, I think it'll end up being just storage for the patio furniture and stuff until I guess the spring. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. But I got a big chunk of work done this week, especially yesterday. Actually, yesterday was a big one. I made two more trips to the eco center. Dumped off some stuff. Just got to get that next batch. Fucker! I just got to get that next batch out there, and we should be pretty much good to go. That back shelf in the back there, I've got all these old paint cans that have been out here forever, and it's cold too, so the paint's no more good. It's just got to go away. It's just cans just sitting there, fucking in the way. But once that's all taken care of, that'll free up a bunch of space on there, so I could take the things off of that shelf that I want to keep, stick them in there, pull out everything from that corner, put some Christmas bins in the back there of all our decorations and shit. I can put all that in the back. There's going to be room for it, and then really start kind of putting things together around here. I'm off all week, and the weather in the mid 70s all week. I can't wait. Oh, dude, you are so lucky. I'm off for 2 weeks. I was actually going to go fishing this morning and do my live from the ice. But when I woke up this morning, I had found out that we have some people coming over a little bit later, so I had to do a little bit of a tidy up. I was chatting with Andrew Axiom this morning a little bit, planning a live together. And I got a bunch of shit to do today. But when I woke up this morning, I heard the wind howling. It was just crazy, man. The wind was fucking blowing this morning. Oh, it still is. It's still blowing. It was something like 70 to 90 kilometer an hour winds. So I'm not going out. Nope, not today. And it kind of sucks because we had a bunch of wind, a bunch of snow, fucking snow, a bunch of rain come down yesterday or a day before yesterday. And I was like, oh no, it's supposed to be warm for the next 3 days now. But then the weatherman was completely wrong. It dropped down to, it was really, really cold. Yesterday, it was like -9 and -17 with the wind chill. So, -17 with the wind chill. So I was like, okay, this is going to be great. We should be good to go for tomorrow. And then anyway, all this wind came out. I was a little bit concerned that all the rain that we had, I would end up having to not be able to go fishing because of the warm weather. But it looks like it dropped down cold enough, so it should have been all right. And today, it's supposed to be nice and chilly too, with that wind though. I don't know. We'll see. If everything works out, I'll see if I can get on the ice tomorrow morning. But I think realistically, it'll be probably on the 26th or 27th, something like that. Andrew Jackson was a good guy. Yeah, he is, man. He's a really good dude. Where's all the English chaps been? Like Shades and Lone Wolf. Yeah, I agree. Where is Shades? Is Shades in here? Oh, I don't see him. Yeah. 300 push-ups a day. Wow, that's amazing. I live fishing, but it's not for me. I love it, man. I love it. I've got, it's kind of cool. It's kind of like my favorite thing in the world to do is camping. I love fucking camping. Wild camping, any kind of camping. I just love it. But Going out ice fishing is kind of like a survival experience every time you go out. Really, it's cold. It's got its challenges with the weather, but man, sometimes you can reach spots that you can't normally reach if you're a shore fisherman like I am, and it brings a lot of aspects into the game. So you get on out there, you find out what the water temperatures are, where you think the fish are going to be. You check the topographic maps, see where your drop-off points are, set up your traps accordingly, see what depths they're fishing at. And it's like solving a riddle, I guess. And that's what I kind of like about ice fishing. But I do have a nice tent with a propane heater and all that stuff. So it's almost like glamping, I guess, at that point. But you get on out there, you have a little good time. Sometimes you catch monsters. Like my personal best so far is a 52-inch muskie, probably weighed in between 35 and 40 pounds. Had teeth like a German Shepherd. It was an absolute beautiful catch. And I'm hoping to get back onto one of those this year. We'll see. But that fish actually came out of 3 feet in the water, and it was last ice too. We were talking like March, I guess. It was March or last week of March or first week of April, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it was a good time. Yo, Victor, how you doing, buddy? I was chatting about you, Vic. I'm going to give you a look at it here. I've been working on your sling. We're going to be doing a little bit more work on it today. I still can't seem to get that fucking dark bit out. I'm going to give it one more try today and see if we can get it. But I think this time before I buff it out, I don't know if it's the way the fiberglass runs or whatever, why it's getting soaked into there, but I'm going to sand that down again today, and I'm going to put tape on it, and I'm going to buff this bit out, and then I'm going to reverse the tape. I'll put the tape over here and then buff that out and see if I can save it, because it's killing me. It's killing me, that one little spot. This will be my third shot going after it, and I'm going to tape it up this time and see if we can get her going. I heated up a rock and threw it out into the ice to make a fish in a hole. I'd be afraid propane heater would melt the ice. Oh no, man, Daryl, the ice gets so thick here up in Canada. Like we actually open up a highway between the I guess it's Hudson and Laval. So we have these two towns that are here, and we have a spot where a ferry goes during the summertime. But in wintertime, they turn that into an ice highway, and trucks and cars and everything go over that. It's plenty thick. It's like in between 24 and 36 inches of ice. It's a lot of ice. I've had it go so bad to how the ice goes so thick that my auger blade wouldn't even go all the way down. I stopped the motor and I never punched all the way through. So that was like over 4 feet. I'll show you my auger blade. Hold on. So if you can imagine drilling in the ice and all of that, so that's all of that didn't make it through the ice. You can imagine how deep that was. I mean, this thing is it's got to be at least 3 feet, a little bit more. I remember I was out with my son. We were drilling a hole in the ice, and I'm on my knees on the floor still drilling, and the thing just won't go. And I kept on having to pull it back out and kind of tapping it down to try to clear out the hole to get so it doesn't jam up. And finally, I ended up drilling the hole. The water filled up the hole, but I never punched all the way through, so I couldn't even fish. Did I return the muskie back? Yes, I did. Oh yeah, there's plenty of ice. there's no worries about that. I mean, right now the ice isn't that thick. We're probably somewhere around somewhere around six inches or so, but it's still very early. There's been people out there fishing already for weeks. But that said, you definitely have to be careful on where you're going out. So any rocky outcrops where it has rocks poking through the ice, you want to avoid those areas. Any spots that have like high weeds poking out of the ground, you want to avoid those areas. Any place that has current at this time of year, you want to avoid those areas. And any water inlets like runoff streams or that kind of thing, you also want to avoid those areas at this time of year. But once you've had a couple of, let's say, 4 or 5 days of like -10, -15 in a row, fucking don't worry about it anymore. I would definitely suggest, though, always know the waters that you're going on. You don't want to, and you want to have good clear ice. So when you drill your hole and you're looking inside of it, it's going to be good clear ice. So for me, if I've got 4 inches of good clear ice, I don't worry about it all. It's really solid shit. If I go out and it's like 4 inches of bubbly stuff, I'd be very careful. Soft bubbly stuff, I'd be careful of. I'll be very careful. I'll stay in sheltered bays, that kind of thing. And that's it. But once you have 6 inches of ice, you're pretty good. You're pretty good for a skidoo or a four-wheeler with a body on top. If you're 8 inches is usually the minimum I'll drive a car on. And I've been on the ice when there was like 12 or 14 inches. And I drove in and I parked my car. And beside my, like about 2 car lengths over, I left a gap because I was nervous, but about 2 car lengths over, there was a Ford F-250, a Hummer, and a Ford F-250 all parked side by side, like they were parked at a Walmart or something. So really not much to worry about. Hear that wind? Fucking howling out there, boy. Fuck, can't believe I missed that. Kind of feel like I should have set up a can or something like that. I've never cut a can with 1/4 inch before. Might have been fun. From Rhodes, Greece. How you doing? 159 days till ECST. Yes, sir. That's what I like to hear. Smoked it. Hola. ¿Cómo está? I don't know. I don't even know if that's Spanish, but it sounded good at the time. Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty interesting. I've got some ideas about what I want to do to open this place up a little bit. I think if I narrow that side down a little bit more, my wife will be able to drive her car in here, which I'm not crazy about, but if it'll make her happy, fine. And I got to get rid of those 2 racks, get rid of that shelf, get rid of that bench, put up actual proper benches, and it'll make all the difference. It'll make all the difference. And then for any other things, those cabinets that I have out of the one I have coming, I've got one of those coming there, but I wouldn't mind having them going all the way across. We could put paint cans and all kinds of shit. They've got a weight capacity of 350 pounds, so they'll take a lot of weight. So far, I'm really liking this pouch. I can't believe it. I'll give you a look at it. It's like one of those pit locating chain pouches or whatever they call them. You know, those ones that have the You know, they're kind of cut out really, really small. It has a really nice feel to it. I'm a little bit weirded out about the inside. I'm kind of afraid that eventually that's going to end up being, yo, Billy T, what's happening? I'm a little worried that that's going to end up poking through and I'm going to get a return to sender, but so far, I've had absolutely no problems with it. It's got plenty of grip, keeps the ball small and flat like I like it, and the release on it's really, really nice. Fucking door keeps pushing me around. Yep. So I'm thinking we're coming along pretty good. I got to get, I want to move my freezer over to the corner by the door. So when you come into the garage, you just have to open up the freezer and get into it instead of having to walk around a bench press and all that stuff. So all of that can get figured out. Yeah, all of that can get figured out. I can put that thing there. I could take my, my bench, stick it in the corner. I got a bunch of shit I got to get rid of though. There's like my old flippers, my snorkeling mask, my flippers, they're all fucked up and broken. Got my all those old paint cans. I got a bunch of fucking tools that don't work. Got to get rid of all that shit. Damn. This is actually 0.4, bro. I've got 0.4 on here. I'm using an 18 to 12 0.4. Shooting 1/4 inch steel with a, again, the fucking door's pushing me around. 1/4 inch steel and a one of those pit locating chain pouches. I'm kind of liking it. I remember when I first started out shooting, I was using like it was a simple shot pouch. And I found holding on to the ball, because you're just starting out, you don't realize how much you have to hold on to it or how tight you have to hold on to it. You don't really know how tight you have to hold on to it. And you end up like getting like a sore finger or get weird nerve pains in your finger and all that stuff. And as soon as you switch to a pit locating pouch, all those problems kind of go away. And that's the nice thing. It's a really nice thing. And for the longest time, I shot pit locating pouches. And then I found the Warrior Mongol pouches, and I started shooting those. And those were good, but they were really thick kangaroo leather and firm. It was like thick, firm kangaroo leather, so it kind of protected your hands from having that point of the ball digging into your fingers. And man, what a difference. Yeah, that's freaking awesome. I'm also thinking about, so back to the bands. While we were, I don't know how many in a row that is, but while we were shooting these ones, I got the Olympus green and I got the electric white, both of them in 0.4. So I don't know which one I'm going to like better. This is the first one I cut off, was the electric green, because I did like the electric green 0.45 better than the white. But it'll be interesting to to get a band set that's really, really tuned for my situation, and then check what the draw weights are going to be on both of them, and then go from there. That'll be pretty cool to check out. I have a feeling that the 0.4 white will be a little bit lighter than the green. And I have a feeling that the green will be a little bit faster than the white. I have a bullworker. What is that? Have I ever shot sniper sling yellow? Yeah. The sniper sling yellow 0.4 is freaking delicious. I love that stuff. It's a great elastic. I've shot 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, and that's it. That's all the ones I've shot. I find the 0.7, it's fast. It's just a little bit on the heavy side. For shooting a 9.5 millimeter steel, though, that thing's fucking hot, man. That shit shoots real fast. The 0.6 is a really good in between for shooting 9.5 or 8 millimeter. It's a great elastic for that, and that used to be my go-to. Fuck, it used to be my go-to when things got really cold outside. Instead of shooting 0.5, I'd jump up to 0.6, and it made quite a big difference. I like the white bands, and my eyes pick them up better. Trying to aim down them. Yeah, you know what? I think that is a bit of a plus for the white bands. You definitely they definitely show up a little bit better, especially when the when the light levels are a little bit low, like in here. I have one roll of Olympus green left. 7.5 crushing it last. Long super fast and powerful 3/8 steel 9.5. Yep. I have the 7.5. I think he calls it the Hercules bands. I have those two of the Olympus green, or the green, I guess. They're pretty good too. They shoot fast. And they're heavy duty, long lasting bands for heavy ammo. In addition to the light color band. That's the interesting thing I find about TTF and OTT. I've had some people say, that too, that that TTF is actually a more accurate way to shoot and all that stuff. I think a lot of TTF shooters say that. For me, it's a nope. There's something wrong with the way everything lines up for shooting TTF that I just have trouble. I have to do weird things with my bands and how I hold the thing to make sure that I shoot it straight. I don't know what the deal is with it. I have one frame that I absolutely love. It's the Crazy Power Mini from GZK. It's a no tie version. I freaking love that frame. It shoots nice when I can get it dialed in. But there's some days where I come out here and I'm shooting with that thing and I'm like, fuck, I can't miss a thing. And then there's other days where I can't hit a thing. It's just weird. I don't know what the deal is. But I have heard, especially on the forums, a lot of guys were talking about how some of them like to be able to really see that wide thing going down the bands. And some guys like the razor thinness of OTT. So I think it really goes up to the shooter. And if you're a good shooter or not, you'll shoot great or not, I guess. That's pretty much the gist of it. But I'm definitely an OTT guy. My release has gone to shit. You have to focus more through the forks. Yo, what's up, Sam? Yeah, it's kind of weird. When I'm shooting TTF, I have to pull my thing back like this, so it kind of pulls more on the left side of the fork than to the right. But when I do that, I shoot pretty straight. But it's not natural. It shouldn't have to go like that. I just have a hard time getting everything to line up proper. And I don't know why. I'm going to grab a chair, sit down for a bit. I kind of jacked up my back. The other day when I went to the dump, I was grabbing some tires over in this corner here where I have my toolbox. I had a bunch of tires there, big stack of old tires that I had been basically I don't know, fucking hoarding. I guess the best way to say it. They've just been sitting there forever. There were so many of them. I ended up having to make 2 trips on my car to get rid of them all. And sure enough, take it easy, Billy. Sure enough, I ended up taking them all back. And one of them was from my old Volkswagen. I had the rim still attached. And I just grabbed it and tried to give it a throw. And I felt something fucking pull. And I was like, oh no, that's going to hurt later. It's only in certain ways that I move that I feel it. But I don't know. It kind of sucks. Fluke was on his way to the new home. I know that thing looks freaking awesome, dude. I saw some of the ones he was posting on Facebook, and I think the next time I have some spare cash, I'm going to be getting me one of those. That's the little pickle fork, eh? The one you're talking about. Does great work. Sitting down too. Nice. What supplements am I taking now? Fuck, I'm not really taking anything, man. I completely fell off the wagon. I really got to get back onto it. It's just I find I've noticed one thing about the about life itself is when one of my main things that I got to learn to get over is when things get stressful or I get unhappy or I'm frustrated or whatever the fuck it is, I tend to eat. And that's something I gotta find a way to get control of. I need to step up my garage door maintenance game. What's wrong with my garage door? It works. Works just fine. Yeah, the Fluke is a pickle fork. Yeah, it looks really cool, man. His work is really good. Like, fucking dude. I don't know. I gotta figure something out for the sanding part of it to see if there's a way I could speed it up and get it done without having the chance of having it get too aggressive. That's the big thing. That's why I gave up on the belt sander. I was using that for a while, and every now and then everything's going really good, but any little touch or slip, you can gouge your piece and completely ruin it. And it's happened to me a couple of times. So I'm hoping that I can get past that or find a thing. I know Jordan was talking about a mop sander. He mentioned it to me a couple of times, but I don't know what to look for. I might give that a whirl and see if I can get that figured out. When I start thinking about eating, Mark, I drop and get into 50 to 100 push-ups. I don't feel like eating after that. Yeah, I bet. I gotta start doing that too. What I started doing at work, because I found when I'm it's probably my biggest stressful area is at work, and I find I want to nibble on shit while I'm brainstorming through crap. And sure enough, I think my best bet is what I started to do, I guess, about a week and a half ago, is just that every time I want to go and eat something, I got to drink a liter of water first, and it's hard to pound back a liter. You know what I mean? So it usually gives me enough time for my brain to reset and get away from it, I guess. I have tools to build G10 frames. The main problem is I need extremely high quality mass so I don't kill myself at a young age. Yeah, that's the thing, Sam. Get yourself a, here, I'll show you the one that I use. So this is the one that I use. It's got a felt filter in there, plus a charcoal one on the inside. So this is going to grab any kind of crap that you have coming in. There's another cartridge you can buy that's a complete piece. This one, I can pop this one out and replace it. So if I'm using anything like glues or sprays or epoxies, anything that gives off any kind of smell or chemical, the carbon will take care of that. You'll have to replace the carbon about every 3 months. These things you can replace as needed. So as soon as they start getting dark, change them out. They cost peanuts. The only thing is this thing slaps onto the back of your head. It's got a nice little rubber gasket that's going to cover your face. You do want to make sure that you're clean shaven before you put it on. And if you're breathing in through this thing and you hold up anything stinky, like anything really stinky, just hold up your, like a crazy glue bottle or whatever, just hold it by the thing. Take a deep breath. If you could smell it, it's not a proper seal. You need to adjust. But this kind of thing will save you all kinds of problems. And it's they're actually very comfortable to wear too. When I started thinking about eating more, yeah, I have the tools at a young age. My sister just sent me a message here. Just let me read this real quick, guys. Sorry about this, but sorry about that. I'm back. Let me put this back. Yeah, my poor dad. He was basically on his way out to go see a recital. I think it was a school recital for his granddaughter, my niece, and he slipped on the steps and fell down the steps. Now, poor fucking guy just finished with a heart surgery, and he was on the mend, getting good, being able to walk around everywhere, was getting his exercise in, and then he just slipped off the steps and landed flat on his back on the steps. And it was like 2 days ago. They brought him to the hospital. They had him checked out. They gave him an x-ray. They sent him home. And then he woke up the next morning in fucking pain. They sent him back in there. The other x-rays hadn't come back yet. So they checked him out. They checked him out last night. He was still at the hospital this morning. And they gave him a CT scan, and they found 3 cracked vertebrae in his back. And it turns out that they weren't sure if he was going to require a surgery or not. But it looks like they're going to be able to put him into a brace and just keep him good. It's like, poor fucking guy just really can't catch a break. And it was funny because this morning I was saying to my mom, I'm like, poor fucking guy, you just can't catch a break. And my dad answers back after, he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I got 3 breaks. It's like fucking, his sense of humor is still the same, you know? Yeah. Toughest man I've ever fucking met. That's for damn sure. Poor fucking guy, though. Yeah. So I'm assuming the fact that they're giving him a sandwich is something to eat is good news. I guess it means they're not cutting him open anytime soon. So maybe he'll He'll just have to wear a brace while he's walking around to keep him from moving around too much, and everything should heal on its own. I'm hoping that's the case anyway. That's a tough fall though, landing on a bunch of stairs like that. I mean, it was only like a 2 steps, but you know, when you're close to 80, that ain't a good time. You know what I mean? I appreciate the prayers, man. I appreciate the prayers, Sam. Yeah, when my sister told me he fell, I was like, oh fuck, oh no, is he okay? yeah, he's just kind of sore, you know, and that's what he was telling everybody. Yeah, I'm okay, you know, don't worry about it, I'm okay. And then, fuck, maybe we should go. This has gotten far worse than I thought. But that's always the case, you know, when you hurt yourself and you fall down, or you bang yourself or anything like that. It hurts at the time, but you don't really know because you get hit, or you fall down, you get hurt, and then you're kind of like you get that little adrenaline spike, which kind of takes the edge off a little bit. It's usually the next day where you know that you're like, oh fuck, this is bad. I know when I was when I hurt my back at work, I was loading up a flat bar line with some 6-inch 3/16 steel, stripping it off coil, and I would hold it with one hand, and I hit it with a sledgehammer with the other to flatten it out, then jog it into the machine. And my helper let go of the backside, and the strip pulled back, and I wasn't able to hold it. But I knew if I let it go, the thing would go back out and just take him out. So I held onto it, and I herniated a disc in my back. At the time, it hurt, but I finished my day. I just kept on stretching. I was like, oh, fuck, this sucks. Fuck, you know? I finished my day, but the next morning, trying to put pants on, it felt like my leg caught fire. It was fucking horrible. I don't know if going to a doctor or anything like that would have changed anything on how it felt like the next day, but yeah, that kind of crazy nerve pain. It's like, holy fuck. Hey, take care a second, please, Joe. Appreciate you, man. Motto from Florida, my man, Bushbird. Yeah, man, it sucks, but I mean, he's gonna pull through it. I think he's gonna be fine. It's just a very big inconvenience, you know, and a kind of a setback. You know, right after the heart surgery, he got a valve change and the whole deal, and he was up walking around and he was all excited. He's like, "Fuck yeah, I can move again. This is great." And then this happens. It's just it's got a kind of a big kick in the nuts, but I'm hoping he'll be back in shape soon. It won't be a quick, or it won't be a long heal. It'll be something that'll happen fast. Just gotta remember to eat all that protein, get that meat in them, get some good rest. My back hurts when I stand up for hours. It's not fun. Yeah. Right now for me, standing up on this floor because of the injury I've had on my back, I have a hard time standing on uneven floor for too long. It's not so bad if I'm walking it, but if I'm just standing in one spot and my hips kind of do this, like one leg is going down farther than the other, I have trouble with that. And this new pulled lat thing I got going on fucking sucks. So standing up for a while and not being able to move around, it kind of puts a damper on things. So as long as I can sit down for a bit, let the back relax, and then stand back up again, engage it, and going back and forth. Anyway, I think it'll be all right. Man, this is fucking awesome. This is really awesome. I'm digging this. Get the little catch box in the corner. I think I could probably gain another 0.5 meter by sticking that right in the corner, hanging it up on the wall. It's gonna be badass. Get the shop all set up. I'm super excited about this, man, getting all done in here. I know I've been chatting about it nonstop, but I mean, it's going to be pretty fucking cool having all this stuff done, all this room in here, everything's cleaned out. I'll be able to shoot the slingshot in here on fucking shitty days. Come in here and get some frames done. Be badass. I like to tinker with things, so it's kind of fun to come in here and mess around with some stuff. Some jobs that have morning stripping helps a lot. Yeah, I think that's true too. In my work, man, it would have been great because for about 17 years I was a saw operator, and I was cutting tubing, but in bundles. And we had to. If you guys ever seen those landing gear they have on truck trailers, where they crank it down and the little feet come down, I was cutting those pipes for about 17 or 18 years, and I would cut typically around 6 to 6.5 bundles a day, which were around 4,000 pounds each. And after I cut them, I'd have to grind all the inside and all the outside of each cut end and then stack them onto a pallet by hand. And we didn't have any of those fancy lifts or shit like that. I would put 3 pallets. I would load one, take that pallet off, do the next one, take the pallet off, do the last one, take the pallet off, and bring me back 3 more pallets. And that's what I would do a day. And that's what I was doing for many years. So I was lifting up anywhere in between 12 and 16,000 pounds a day for 17 years straight. It gets fucking tiring after a while. And yeah, it's only like each piece weighed 23 pounds. So I was picking up 46 pounds a shot. I'd grab 2 at a time, stack them onto that thing, and that would be it. But all that lifting and cutting and grinding and fucking moving and manipulating and cutting straps and adding straps and all that shit, it has a wear and tear on your body like you can't imagine. Doing a little bit of stretching would have been magical. There were some times in the morning I would stand up there and I'd just do like do a little thing, a couple of body weight squats just to warm up the body when you're feeling a little bit cold. But I didn't do it all that often. I probably did it, maybe 20 times in 17 years, if I'm being honest. And then from there, I went to run a flat bar line. I ran a flat bar line for a bunch of years where I got injured. They took me off of there and put me back on a punching line where I punched tubing for a while. And then, Then I went back. I changed locations again. And I ended up going to another plant where I was printing galvanized pipes through a little machine. And did that for a bunch of years, for I guess a year and a half or so, maybe 2 years. And then they brought me into the office for a purchaser in the maintenance department. And even now, I mean, I'm still running around all day and checking out parts and cleaning parts and carrying heavy cylinders and doing shit like that. So it's not like I'm just sitting in front of a computer all day, even though there is a lot of that also. But it's not the same as before. When I first started construction, we could drink beer all day. That's crazy. My most expensive frame is a Scout XT. I paid $58 for that thing. I regret buying it. It doesn't even have good reference point. Really? You don't like it? I always found the Scout XT was a little bit wide for me. That's why I never went for it. The first slingshot that I ever got was a 90, but I didn't realize it. And then I bought the Scout LT and the Hammer Pro from GZK TTF. And I was shooting the Hammer Pro pretty good in the beginning. And then it all just fell fucking apart on me. I don't know what the hell happened. TTF is just not my bag. I ended up just making a shit show. I kept on shooting the handle. Almost all the time I had to replace the handle. I'll tell you what, man, those any of you guys pick up some of those flippers from Scorgan Co. I'm telling you, man, those little flippers are badass. That's what I'm shooting right here. I've got a 20 in the catch box, and it's taking an ass whooping. Yep, it's fun. He won't ship to the US yet. Dude, it's a fucking nightmare, dude, shipping anything to the US. I've been trying to get things shipped to the US from by UPS. Fucking nightmare. I had one package, because UPS will keep a package for 1 week and then they'll send it back. So if they're missing anything to do with the customs papers, they just fucking ship it back to you. And if there's nobody there to receive it, they'll just leave it at your door. Not mine, fuck you, that's it. But you can't talk to anybody to find out what the fuck's wrong with it or anything. So I had a package go down to the States. Now imagine this. I did a proforma. I did a second proforma for it to go out. I had my bill of lading on there. I filled out a Kuzma paper. They ended up sending it back to me, telling me that I need to have, because it was a laser length and speed reader that I was testing. So it came to Canada as a what do you call it? As a demo for me just to test it out. And then if it worked, we were going to send it back and then buy one. So we tested it. Everything was good. We were trying to send it back and we couldn't. It just kept on bouncing back. And I'm like, what's wrong now? They're like, oh, you have to fill out a radiation fucking form. And I'm like, a radiation form? What the fuck? And then they gave me an affidavit, and then it was just like one after another. And finally I got to what do you call it? I finally got a hold of them. I was like, look, if you guys can't make this fucking happen, I'm going with a different company. And it sucks because our customs broker is UPS, and they're not fucking helping us. So it's kind of really screwy. Canada Post is an absolute shit show. So shipping to anything to another country, usually through Canada Post, should be easy. But I had paid to send 2 frames down to Kyle that was supposed to be there in 7 days. It's now 2 weeks. It still hasn't arrived in his country yet. Some delays and problems and blah, blah, blah. So I don't know what the fuck's happening at this point. You know, I know that the Canada Post is supposed to be running, but they're having some kind of issues. Like one day one place is having a strike, the next day another place is having a strike. They're doing like these intermittent strikes all over the country. But I don't know what the hell's going to happen now, because I kind of want to get this shit done. Said I want Kyle to get his stuff. I don't want to have to make another frame or another 2 frames like I did last time. And anyway, UPS is a fucking shit show to send things. Canada Post can't be relied upon right now. They're just a fucking total shit show. So I don't know what I'm going to end up doing. But I've got this last one that I want to clean up, get done, and then shipped out. And after that, I'm just going to make a bunch of frames, and when they're ready, when they're all done and ready to go, I'll see if anybody wants to buy them, and we'll go from there. Yeah, but Sam, you're also in the US, aren't you? Yeah, North Carolina. Yeah, that's why. That's why inside of the country, it's not a problem. It's all the international stuff that's the issue. Yeah, when you're shipping out of the country, there's a bunch of customs crap you got to go through to make sure everything's okay. And now with the pissing match between our country and your country, with the tariffs and everything, they're very, very strict on what they're going to let in, and everything has to be perfect, 100%, or forget it. And even if it is 100%, I'm not entirely sure that They're just letting everything fly. And it's supposed to be easier for us to ship to other countries in the States right now because of what's going on. But it seems that last one that I sent to Barbados is all fucking hung up now too, and we don't know where it is. So I'm really not happy about that. But that's kind of like the good thing. That's kind of like the good thing about about anybody who's shipping in or inside of their own country is you're going to have things are going to get across the country really quick with no problems at all. So that's the win for you guys. Unfortunately, here in Canada, we don't really have any slingshot companies at all. I mean, we got Scorgan, we've got Colton from Black Pine, we've got who else we got? We got Shane from Island Made Catapults. I wouldn't even throw myself into the mix. Really, I'm not really a guy that's actually making them as a thing. I just make a couple of them here and there and I sell them off. But let's say me. But I don't know if there's any other Canadian builders that I could think of right off the top of my head. We have no places for elastic. If we want to get elastic, we have to get it from outside of the country. So it's either got to come from China, US, or I think it's Vietnam or something like that. Or maybe Thailand. But that's the only options we have. And right now, up here in Canada, everybody's nailing us in tariffs. So it's a shit show. But you guys are pretty lucky to have that option to be able to ship stuff within the country and actually have a market where you can get all the stuff that you need, which is pretty cool. When Paul sent me the discs, they got lost in the mail. Then he sent them again on December 2nd, and it arrived on the 15th. Canada Post Service to me sounds shitty. You know what? Canada Post is actually probably one of the best places I've ever used, but unfortunately, they've been having a strike or a battle with the government because it's a government-owned entity. So they've been having a battle for the last couple of years now. They've been going off and on strike nonstop. When they're actually working, they are probably the mail company that I've never had anything go missing before. I've had a bunch of things go missing in the US. I've had a bunch of things go missing in Royal Mail. I've never had anything go missing in Canada, ever. That's the first time I've ever had any kind of issues, and that's because of the strike. But you're right. Having this strike doesn't really help anything, and if things are just sitting in a... Oh, the discs are fun, man. The discs are fun. It's just that they're huge. I just wish they were a little smaller. But those discs are fun. They make a great sound, too. I wonder if I can get this to... Stacking up the hits here. Oh, always when I talk, Let's get one more hit and I'll bring you back. You look at my ugly mug again instead of my messy garage. There we go. The discs, Moto, they are the hard drive discs from, well, a disc from a hard drive, the little memory thing. It looks like a little, looks like a CD, I guess, like a thick CD. And they can take an ass whooping, man. You can put those things, you put a little hook in them, and you hang them up, and they make a great sound. They ding, they kind of ring like a bell almost. It's pretty cool. Get a good tink and a little bit of a ring through it. I only one pack when I first went. Supposed to be my first slingshot. Oh man. Yeah, the when I was with can't remember that other company I was getting my merch done from. Fuck, I can't remember the name. Anyway, when I was with them, I had about 4 samples that they had sent me that had gone into Chicago and gone missing. It's like they were fucking robbing the truck every single day. It was getting really frustrating. I'm like, fuck, how am I supposed to be able to show off my merch if it can never arrive here? Like it always gets lost. I don't get it, you know? And it was a bit frustrating, man. It was Spring. It was with Spring. And I'll never use them or buy anything from them again. Yeah, Teespring. Fucking useless. Spreadshirt, way better. They have a great service, did great work. Their quality is way better. When you order something, it gets shipped almost instantly. If I haven't had anything take more than 3 days to ship out. Imagine that. Have I talked to JB lately, Chuck and Steel? No, but I was going to shoot him a message today just to give him a happy Merry Christmas and all that stuff. I haven't talked to him in a little while. Mikey either, actually. I haven't talked to Mikey in a while either. I sent him a message a little while ago, just saying, "Hey, how's it going, man? I hope everything's good." But I haven't heard anything back from them in a while. I should hit them up, see what's up. Yeah, I could definitely get used to this. This will be a good setup. I think the big challenge is I got to find a spot for my fishing rods now. Got to get a good spot to put them where they're going to be safe. I got a couple of nice ones that I want to keep in good shape. So. Oh yeah, I can't remember who it was with Teespring. I had ended up buying some. I ended up getting some hats set up and ready to go on Teespring, and I think it was Rob. I think it was Rob who got them. He had picked them up. He had ordered a hat, and it took like 5 weeks for it to show up at his place. It was like 5 weeks to have it made and show up to his place. And he was telling me, we were chatting back and forth, and he was telling me, he's like, "Oh yeah, I completely forgot. Check the mail, and your hat showed up." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I ordered a hat, and I completely forgot about it. It took so long to get here." I'm like, "Oh shit, dude. I didn't know that was an issue." And then I found out later on that a few other people were having the same problem. And well, I started looking into it and ordering samples myself, and I couldn't get my stuff, and everything was, oh, sorry, it went missing, blah, blah, blah. It's not our fault. We shouldn't have to pay back for it for something that got lost in the mail. I'm like, well, fuck you, buddy. If I bought it, you need to honor that thing. How do I even know you're sending it in the mail, not just putting a stamp on a letter and having your buddy throw it out, you know? But anyway, yeah, that all done. It's all done now. We'll have no more of that. I had a hat made for Hicks. It took 5 days to arrive. Yeah. From where? On Teespring, or another company? And another thing too that was kind of screwy is they use some kind of intermediary shipping company to take the stuff and then send it. So it would come in from whatever company and then go to UPS, but you never get the tracking number. What company did you use, Sam? For the hats. That's pretty cool though. 5 days is a good amount of time. I hang my rods in the ceiling. Yeah. Teespring took 3 months for my exploring with the Angelo hoodie. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, they're trash. Fuck Teespring. I'll never use them again. I won't even buy anything from anybody who's selling stuff from them. Yeah, you know what, Moto? I started with Teespring at first because when I went onto their platform's super easy to use. Like you just basically take your picture, you drag it in, it'll tell you if it's good enough quality. If it is, bam, you click it, everything goes, everything works. Everything's fine. It was just after the setup was done where everything fell to shit, because the setup of that was by far the best I've seen anywhere. When I went to Spreadshirt, setting that up is a little bit more difficult, trying to get on there. They don't really have a good mobile app. I don't even own a computer, so it's kind of like fucking, it sucks, It's kind of tough getting it set up. But everything else is seamless. Like, I am 100% confident that if you order a t-shirt that of one of mine, it's going to get to you 100%. And the quality is going to be good. So that's the good thing about it. I don't want anybody that's buying anything with my name on it or something that I've recommended to be an absolute shit show, and I know I had the same problem with a certain guy that I was doing reviews for on Elastic. I mean, I wasn't really doing reviews for him, but I was buying his stuff and letting people know that it was fucking great Elastic. And then the guy started screwing the people, and I had people comment and say, "Hey, dude, how come you're saying that this guy's great when the fucking guy screwed me?" And I was like, "Holy shit!" And that happened 3 or 4 times. Happened 3 or 4 times where I had people comment, and I said, "Okay, that was it." I went back on all my videos, and I pulled the link off of his shop, off my show. So that was it, and I took all of his Elastic that I had, and I threw it in the garbage on video, and called him out on it. Because he had screwed me over and a couple of my subscribers too. So as it grew, it turned to shit. Yeah, but what I was talking about, Al, was was their platform and how you set everything up. Like, if you're trying to create your designs, it is the easiest one to do. It's so intuitive. When you get into there and you start setting things up, it's like bang, 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 bang. There's your t-shirt design. Boom, that's it. Is it good? Yeah, boom. There it is. Boom. Okay, let's order a fucking sample. Done. It was like super quick and very easy. The new company, not that great. The Spreadshirt, it's a little bit more confusing to set them up, to add more things. It might be better on computer. I'm sure it is. But for people like me who don't have a computer at home and I do everything off my phone, it lacks a little bit of work. I would like to be able to get in there and actually just add things to my thing and all that stuff. That would be pretty cool. I was thinking about possibly doing a Shopify, but I don't want to have to pay for a month, like you pay every month or whatever it is, and be running back and forth to the post office all the time. I just don't have that kind of time. But it would be nice to be able to put up my own slingshots and sell them off of there, and that would be pretty cool. So I could put up a couple of slingshots and say, hey, I got these ready. Anybody interested? And go from there. I would just send out a little message, so letting everybody know that, hey, I got a couple of slingshots up. If you're interested, ATO web shop is open. But yeah, I got to find a way that I could do that where it's only the slingshots I'll be going to the post office for, because it's me who's making them, right? Oh, I just missed that one. That sucks. Hey, dude, gotta run. Hope Pops is better. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Moto. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. I appreciate it. He'll probably be watching this, so he'll hear your thing. Slingshots and hot sauce. Yeah. I could probably sell the hot sauce right off there too, and it would calculate shipping and everything. It would be pretty cool. It's just getting to the post office all the time. It's a fucking pain in the ass. Damn. 6.4 is a win. Around 254 years web hosting and domain renewal for referral e-commerce at hillbillyslings.com. Is that how much it costs? Is that for Shopify? Is $250 for 4 years of web hosting and domain renewal? Huh. I should chat with you and see how all that works there. See how all that works. I have to figure all that out, but hey, take it easy, Daryl. Thanks for stopping in, bro. Appreciate you, man. Got to run too, guys. Mark, prayers for Pop, my friend. Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate you. Hello from Ireland. How you doing, man? Hostinger. I've never even heard of that. Hostinger. All right, let's get one more good hit on there. Then I'm going to start working on that fucking sling, see if I can get that thing cleaned up today. I want to get it out in the mail. There we go. I'll take that. So, yes, we're shooting pretty close, but we've shot well over 100 shots today. Well over. The 18 to 12 with these little pit pouches there for 1/4 inch are pretty fucking badass, man. Let me tell you, I'm digging it. And I think with a little bit of work, just a little bit of adjusting to see the band length and whatever, I think I could really dial these in to be a good fucking shooting sling. Just shooting elastic. Yep, I'm very happy with it. Very accurate shooter. And I love this fucking slingshot. This is my favorite slingshot I own. I love this thing. It's badass. It's what I've been shooting lately a lot. I don't know if I would say it's my favorite or not, but I've done some of my best shooting with this ammo. Kind of odd. I'm not sure if it was because of the ammo or if it was just because I was shooting so much at the time that I really started getting dialed in. I mean, I could pretty much guarantee I'd hit 9 on 10, 8 on 10 every single time on a 20 millimeter flipper. But since since I guess when the weather started changing and the light started to go away, I've been shooting like every other week. So it's become pretty tough. It's become tough, and I've noticed a bit of a dip in my shooting since then. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to get that figured out and fixed up and start shooting tight again. But I think the biggest issue is the release. Where the release comes in, I find that's always the first thing that kind of goes on me. Is when I start getting things dialed in, I get tight, lock everything into place, and everything looks good. Tight's not really the word about it. I just get my posture firm, and then I just hit what I'm pointing at, and it all comes down to that release. It's just making sure I can just let it go as smooth as possible without plucking it, and that's the first thing to go on me. Is the release. The release starts to go, and then I end up getting this weird inconsistent anchor point thing. I've tried using a secondary anchor point, like dropping a finger down to try to tickle the corner of my mouth or whatever it is, like kind of do this kind of thing, I guess. But it makes me turn, and I don't like it because I always anchor on a 45. And it matches my forks because I shoot slightly canted because I don't like to lean over. But yeah. Mark, you need to purchase the domain atoslings.com. Yeah, I should, eh? Have you and Hawk done a collab yet? No, not yet. ATOslings.ca. Yeah, I fucking should do that. I have a buddy of mine that's out here that has these kind of things. I might shoot him a message, see if he can lock those down for me. Yep, that's pretty badass. All right, let's see if we can get to work now. Get this shit fucking figured out because I want to get this slingshot out of here. All right. Oh. All right. Get you guys set up on this thing. I guess it'll be. Oh fuck! I don't even know how I'm going to do this now. There we go. This might work. There we go. Throw that onto the old snowblower. It was kind of wild. We had a snow squall warning here last night. Apparently, it was supposed to get really gnarly out here. And it turned out not so bad, but bad enough. All right, we're going to need the frame in question. I'm going to need that bucket so we can put some water in it. Where the fuck that thing go? Here it is. Dump all this shit out. Let's get a little bit of water in there. Now this is another one I kind of got just about done. It's looking pretty good. I think I'm going to do a giveaway for this one though. I got do a little more cleaning up on it, and it should be ready to go. Do a little giveaway for that wrapper tucker, or maybe a raffle. We'll see. We'll see where things kind of line up when the time comes. There we go. Let's get that. Get some water in there. I usually keep a thing of soap, of dish soap up here too. Put a little squirt of dish soap in there. It actually makes a big difference. Helps things get clean and stay clean, which is kind of like the goal, I guess. 1500. Hopefully this'll work. Whoa. I'm really getting tired of coming back to this thing. I mean, fuck, the last couple of times I've had to come back in here, sand this thing back down again, trying to clean it up. As soon as I hit it with the buffing wheel, fucking blackens it right up again. Like, son of a bitch. Trying to keep this thing clean is a real fucking pain in the ass. That's one thing I don't like about the aluminum cores. I think I would, unless I could find a way around it, having that issue, I would probably go away from the aluminum cores at some point, if that's the case. I mean, I'll still do them, but they won't be my go-to on how I do these things. But I honestly do like the way they look, though. They come out beautiful when you get them all shined up and they're looking great. But it's that one little spot. I don't know why. It just keeps on gooping that fucking thing up, and it's driving me nuts. See, look at this. Yeah. See the dark spot? This doesn't seem to want to come out. Like, I don't want to go too aggressive with it and then have to fight my way back the whole way. Like, but I'm starting to think like there's no other way to do it but go all the way down to a fucking 400 grit and work my way back up again, which sucks. Might give that a try though. If it'll actually get me there, it'll be worth it. It just sucks. I've been trying to get this thing to my buddy for the last little while, but it's fucking causing me problems, man. And I don't want to send him something that's not going to look nice, you know. Like, it's not like it's a second frame, you know. Like when you're selling seconds, I mean, it is what it is, right? You get a really good price for a frame that's kind of cheap, but you're kind of aware that it's going to function the way it's supposed to, but it's just not going to be as pretty as it could have been. You know, that's the difference between a second and a top quality frame. But this one is a good quality frame. It's just that I got to get that fucking shit out, and it's starting to piss me off. I even bought some magic erasers to see if I can, when I'm cleaning them up, if I can really scour out. Because when you hit them with the buffing wheel tends to get a little goopy on the inside. It has like the aluminum gets trapped into it, and while you're buffing it, it kind of gets it into the steel or into the G10. And It's not easy to get rid of. But like, fuck, I'm going pretty hard on it. You'd think it would come out that easy, but it doesn't. Now, it is getting better. It's just not like, it's not really how I shouldn't be that hard. Hey, thanks, Sam. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate the kind words, buddy. Yeah, so I think this time, if I'm able to get that shit out, I'm going to tape it off, and I'm going to buff out the aluminum, and then I'm going to buff out the G10, and hopefully I can keep the aluminum from buffing into the G10, and we can have a nice clean looking cup, because I pretty much got it out everywhere else but there. That's the only spot that I got left. Fucking still. It's crazy. Why that one spot? I don't get it. I'm gonna go get a squirt of soap. I'll be right back. Thank you very much, Mr. Hoggy. Yo, you doing catch bags too, Rick? Which catch bags you guys got going on over there? Shit, I wonder if there's a way I can hang up my my Steers Wild Slings catch bag out here. I could fit that right in the corner. That would work out good. I got two of them too, so. Oh wow, it's really bouncy for you guys, eh? It makes it kind of tough to watch. See if I can adjust that somehow. Let me see. I don't want you guys to be shaking all over the place. That would kind of suck. kind of ruin the experience. Well, I think you're upside down. There we go. There we go. Is that any better? We'll see once we get the sanding started, if you're not shaking all over the place. It's got to be better. Yo, Knuckles, what's up, man? Good morning, brother. Hope you're doing well. Wishing you and your family a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Looking forward to your content in 2026. Thank you very much, man. And the same to you, too. The Dax Anderson. I'm doing all right, man. I'm having a little bit of trouble here with this frame. I'm trying to get out the door. It's I got an aluminum core, and the dust from the aluminum seems to be dragging into the orange G10, and I can't seem to get rid of it. I'm fucking trying so hard, man. it's just denying me. I've gone all the way back to a 400 grit sandpaper to try to clean it out. It doesn't seem to be happening. That's what he has, Steel's Royal Slings bag. Okay. One of the best catch bags in the world, in my opinion, are those Steers Wild Slings catch bags. I fucking love them. They're as good as they get. No joke. Give that a rinse, see how we're looking. Fuck. Carbon fiber seems to do that. Yeah, me too. Carbon fiber is pretty bad for that too. Especially if you're doing it with an aluminum core, or with the G10. But I think what I'm going to do this time is, or this time around, I'm going to try to sand it down again and get it as clean as I can. And then when I buff it, I'm going to put tape on the spot and see if I can. I'm going to put tape on it and see if I can, what am I thinking about here? I'm going to see if I can kind of like mask it out and buff one side. And then when I'm done buffing the aluminum, I'm going to mask out the other side and buff the other side and see if I can get it done. But I got to get fuck, I don't know how much more I'm going to have to go. This is just as crazy. I've never had it happen this bad before. I've always had it happen and I throw a little bit of dish soap in there, and the dish soap kind of, while you're sanding, kind of bubbles it up a little bit, and it would clear out the goop a little bit, but this just isn't working. I don't know what the fuck, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do at this point, guys. I'm kind of at a loss. And it's funny because most of the slingshot, all the way around the slingshot, looks pretty good. It's just this one spot that just does it, and I don't know why. I've had a bunch of the other ones, the red one and all that. I even have a black and white one with aluminum core, and that one didn't even do it. So I'm wondering if this is It's just a spot where the G10 isn't as dense as it is in other spots, maybe. I don't know. Fuck. See that? Look. See that spot? It just won't come out. It won't come out. Not even a little bit. It's freaking wild, man. Can't believe this. I would so love to get this thing out of here and just be done with it already. But it's what's everybody's plans for the holidays? What do y'all got going on? Seems like I'm going to be taking it easy for the most part. I got 2 weeks off, so I'm hoping to come in here and get some work done in the garage. We've got a lot of space cleared up in here. Everything's looking pretty good. So on that respect, I'm pretty happy. But let's see if I can get you down there a little bit more. Okay, that can't happen. There we go. So I'm hoping to get a little bit of a few frames made during the holidays. I should have, I got 2 weeks off, so it should be pretty nice. Chilling with the fam. That's awesome, dude. That's like the best bet. So we're going to be doing a, on the 25th, we'll be waking up Christmas Day. Christmas Day, we'll be waking up doing doing our gifts and all that stuff on the weekend or on that morning. Then I head on over to my mother-in-law's place for lunch. Then we come home, relax for a little bit, and then we're going to head on over to my brother's for dinner. Head on over to my brother's for dinner, and we have all the family over there. I'm hoping my dad's going to be able to make it. He unfortunately wiped out. I was mentioning a little bit earlier there. He wiped out and fell. He fell and he actually landed on his back on a couple of stairs, and he fractured a couple of vertebrae, unfortunately. So I'm hoping he'll be okay. It doesn't look like he's going to require surgery or anything, but he may need to wear a brace for his back for the next little while, which kind of sucks. Yeah. So I don't know if he's going to be able to be doing traveling or anything, because they live out in Ottawa, so it's a good couple hour drive. I don't know if he's going to be able to sit in a car bouncing around feeling like that. So I think what we'll do is we'll go to my brother's place and we'll take a run up to my sister's at some point and go visit them over in Ottawa. It's a 2-hour drive or so. We'll get down there and give the old man a hug, tell him we love him, and hopefully he'll be up and running around when time comes. I'm going to sand all the way through the fucking handle on this thing. I'm telling you, it's crazy. I'm almost wondering if I should go even lower. I don't know if I should. Let's see what I got lying around here. Maybe I got some. We got some more coarse. What do we have here? That's 320. Not much of a difference between that and 400 though. See what's down here. That's 400. It's the same shit I'm using. Oh, this is so annoying, man. Fuck. That's 40 grit. I can't use that. That's way too aggressive. Maybe this will work. Let me see if I can find a roly-poly for that. Here it is right here. That's the one I'm looking for. Oh, I should change my name to ECS, future ESSC champion. Why not, man? It's all doable. I think this might be getting it. Yeah, this is fucking nuts, man. I don't know how. That's fucking nuts. I went all the way down to 100 grit. It's gonna take me forever to fucking do this. And it's not. And the worst thing is, I thought it was going to be a quick fix. I thought it was going to be, something that's going to take me like 15 minutes, just give it a quick sand out and everything was going to be fine. But fuck no, man. This has turned out to be an absolute shit show. I'm actually starting to wonder if it's actually not something that's just in the plastic or in the fiberglass. Because, I mean, everywhere else is shining. That one little spot. Yeah, I'm wondering, man. It might be in the G10. It has gotten smaller. But I mean, how fucking far down do I have to go? This is crazy. I'll go a little while longer, see if we can at least almost get it. I hope we can get it because this is a beauty of a slingshot, and I'm sure it's going to shoot nice too. It's made after the specs of my personal shooter, so I love how mine shoots. This one should be kind of like bang on the exact same thing, I'm assuming. Oh, man. Yeah, I know, Hoggy. I've been going at it pretty hard with an aggressive sandpaper, and it is getting smaller though. So that's the good news, is it is getting smaller. And it's actually almost gone. I think we almost got it. But I think you're right. I think it may have been a flaw in the glass. Oh, my fucking hands are killing me. Yep. I think we almost got it. Whew, my fucking hands. I get a little bit of a... Oh, let's see if I can clean that up a little bit. That's a little less clear. We got it. I'll show it to you in a second. All right. That a good rinse. It'll be better with the light on. Yeah. All right. So now I'll drop back down to, I guess we'll have to hit it with a 600. We'll hit it with a 600 and then work our way all the way back. That's the 400. Where the fuck did I put the 600? That's 25. We're done with the 400. Ah, man. Yeah, it kind of sucks too, because when I was in here cleaning over, my whole table fell over, and all my shit went fucking flying. Maybe we'll go right to 1,000. Or we'll do 400 first. Fuck, where'd I put it? We'll do 400 first and then work our way up to 1,000. I guess. Oh, here it is. Yeah, my table fell over and all my shit went flying everywhere. All right, so the grit on this rubber bit it wasn't even a wet dry paper either, so I just fucked this thing pretty much. Throw that right in the garbage. But I'll still use the roller though. The roller's still good. So I'll go up to 400 grit. We'll hit it with a 400 grit. We'll jump to 6, then I'll hit 1,000. Then I'll go up to 2,500, and we'll see if we can get this thing all polished up. I'll do a complete tour of the. I'll do a complete tour with the 400 grit. Make sure with the 2,500 grit, I mean, all the way around. I try to get this thing back polished up nice and all cleaned up, because we basically scratched the fucking shit out of it. Doing it the way we were doing it just 2 seconds ago. I wonder if it would be better to sand this by hand and just dip it and keep it clean in soap while we're going. Yeah, it might be. You know what we're going to do? We're going to take this party back over to the chairs, and we'll set this thing up so I have my little bucket and fucking thing. I'll set up a second chair, get you guys hooked up back on this thing here, and we can chat while sanding and doing our business. Here we go. Get this thing tied up here. I'll get a second chair. Put the second chair right there. Frame all my sandpapers. There we go. That's good. Toss the sandpaper in here. Leave that slightly open. There we go. All right. I carry 2 frameless slingshots, a fishing kit, 40 pieces of steel ammo, and 12 bands, a knife, my Axiom for survival, card, my Hornet, fire starter, jigsaw blade. Holy smokes, you're ready for action, buddy. I used to keep a bunch of shit in my backpack. I carry a backpack all the time. I always had a slingshot, which is my Avro I carry with me everywhere. But my Avro, extra set of band sets, a ferro rod for fire. I have a titanium water bottle so I can boil stuff into it if I ever need to. I used to keep snare wire in my kit too. And the guys at work were like, "What the fuck you keep that for, dude? You fucking weirdo." I have a complete knife sharpening kit too. I keep in my pack. I've got a strop, compound, a CC4, ceramic, and a DC4, which is the diamond one. So if you ever have to get any chips or any kind of weird shit out of your steel, you can. That's no problem at all. That part of it's good. Fuck all that sanding. Yeah, man, keep it going, man. That's great news. Shooting for 8 months. And it looks like the bug got you pretty good too. What would you say is your best takeaway that you've kind of got since you've been shooting slingshots, Sam? Do you and Josh live close by? Or are you well, we finally fucking got that thing clean. Look at that. That was fucking work, man. Holy shit. That was work. I can't believe that took so fucking long. I can't believe it. Like, I'm shocked. I think the thing I liked most about the whole slingshot thing, I think the whole thing I like about the slingshot thing was the community that came along with it, which was totally unexpected. When I was doing all my bushcraft stuff, it was kind of neat. There was a lot of guys out there that were pretty cool. We had a kind of a neat little group of guys that would hang out and chat and all that stuff. And that part of it I liked quite a bit. It was kind of neat. You know, I had a few guys that turned out to be really big YouTubers. Like, way the fuck bigger than me. They were actually on my channel asking me advice for how to do hand drills and stuff. And these guys just blew right past me in the subscribers. And I was kind of like, fuck, I guess my channel ain't that good. Not as good as I thought it was. I mean, I was solid on my skill set, but there was a lot of guys that were, and anyway, to be fair, without naming any names, there was a bunch of guys out there that had a plan, had hooked up with other guys that were more advanced than they were, I guess, in the YouTube world, and they slowly but surely chipped their way to the top, and it was pretty cool. I mean, seeing some of these guys progress into these areas, and it was and it's good to see because their content was fantastic. Definitely got to say that. But after putting all that time in there and working really hard, and then realizing that I fucked up making a business account and it was just a dead issue, I was just kind of like, fuck this, man. I'm done. I'm done YouTube. Yeah. And it was actually slingshots that kept me into it. Just by fluke, I decided to make that one video, and I put it on this channel. And my goal for this channel was to transfer all of my old videos over to this channel. My bushcraft stuff was to transfer all of those videos over to this channel and start from scratch. And I got this channel made, and I was kind of like, okay, this is it. We're set up now. I'll start transferring a few things over. And if you look right at the beginning of my channel, I think I got a couple of knife builds in there. I've got I think a video of me making a flute. It was one of my first videos I ever made. I made a flute out of a piece of sumac. And what else? What else I have on there? Oh, a bunch of my overnighters. I got a bunch of overnighters on there. But I had already been at it for like 3 or 4 years, and all of that work kind of just went into it for nothing. And I was like, you know, there's like 20 or 30 videos out there right now that they're doing the exact same thing as I was doing. And it was kind of weird because I flew right up to 3,000 subscribers. and I couldn't get another one for life. If my life depended on me, like it just would not work. And the frustration kind of kicked in, and then I started having problems with a group that was on there because I had given oh, that looks pretty good. I had given a bad review, not a bad review. A 7 on 10 is not a bad review on a knife, but I'd given a bad review on a knife, and I started getting stalked and heckled by a bunch of people in the bushcraft community. It's kind of fucked up, but and it was funny because regardless of who you were talking to, everybody that was in this group, it was kind of cultish. Like everyone talks the same, they use the same words, they have the same terminology, and it's like even the cadence and how they talk was all the same. And it was kind of bizarre how they were coming at me and giving me shit. I'm like, look, dude, if I buy a knife, hold on. Speaking of which, let me show you something. I was just scrolling around for Christmas presents on Temu this year, and I found this. This knife. This knife is pretty fucking sharp. It's made out of 1095 steel. The bevels are all even. Absolutely no flat spots in the blade. Just because of that, I would give this an 8 on 10. Just because of that. Nice and sharp. 1095 steel. The grind, it's a hollow grind. Flat and even all the way around. Sharp edge. No flat spots in the blade. 8 on 10. The blade that I got from a guy, a custom builder, was far more than the $15 this cost me. The one that I bought from him was over 100 US. It had 2 flat spots in the blade that I had to sharpen out. The bevel wasn't even. The bevel wasn't even. And it was like it had a really deep belly in the knife. It was really deep. And the way the handle went, the handle came up like this and around like that, but it was a very narrow broomstick style handle. So whenever you're trying to cut with a belly on that thing, and if it starts to wander on you, it's very hard to control because the leverage is all in the blade. So I gave it a 7 on 10. The construction of it was pretty good. It was like a solid build, but it was not nearly as clean as it should have been. Especially selling to somebody, and it turns out that it went to a YouTuber. So when you're sending stuff out to be reviewed, you should be making sure that you're sending out a really high quality item, because that's the one that the YouTube guy is going to be sending out to people. Quality control is a real fucking thing. So when I got that thing, I gave it a 7 on 10. It was a Jeff White bush knife, if anybody's curious. And I gave it a 7 on 10, and fuck, did they come after me, boy? Woo, it was wild. Oh yeah, they started popping up onto talking about how my technique was, and you have no right to be reviewing knives. Who the fuck are you? How long have you been on YouTube for? All of this kind of thing. And at the time, everybody was talking about using thick blades and knives and like that, and I was still using basically my fillet knife and a Swiss Army knife for all the work I would do in the woods. And all these guys were doing cool shit like batoning stuff and all that. And I'm like, well, if I'm going to baton things, I might as well just use my fucking axe, right? Oh, yeah, but we're talking about the one tool option and all this stuff. And I was just like, I completely disagree with a bunch of this shit you guys are teaching, but it does work. But there's more than one way to skin a cat. And that's what everyone needs to understand. You know? And then, anyway, I basically got accused of trying to ruin a certain guy's business. And it was just stupidity. Yeah, they went pretty hard, man. It went pretty hard. Anyway, after that point, I just gave up on the whole. I gave up on the whole bushcraft scene. I was just like, fuck, enough of this, man. You know, I had one guy talking shit about me because I would teach people about mushrooms and how to identify them, and I was being careless and, you know, mushrooms are dangerous and blah 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 blah. And then they did the same thing that I did. They started to study it and they started learning about it, and then they started to teach it about it too. And I was kind of like, it's kind of funny. It's bad when I do it, but it's okay when you do it, right? That's how it works. Yeah. Yeah, it was just a 7 on 10. That's way above average. Still a good knife. For me, when it comes into knives, if the thing cuts, if it's actually doing what a knife's supposed to do and cut, then you're already looking at a 7 on 10. But when the design seems to be flawed and the build quality is not there and all of those other things come into play, you can't blame me for that. You know, that's just, it is what it is. If you wanted me to give it a great review, you should have sent me a great knife. But that's where it comes into. Hoggy says, that's where it comes into. If you're going to be doing reviews and you want your opinion to be worse shit, then whether a guy is your friend or your foe, you have to give it an honest review. If something comes in and is a little bit questionable and the quality's not quite there, by you telling everybody at home, yeah, it's true, eh? Yeah, if you tell people at home that everything is fucking awesome, then it's kind of shit. Like, I know for me, whenever I'm doing reviews, there's a lot of times where I'll tell you, hey, you know, this thing's a good slingshot. It's pretty comfortable. For my hand, no, but maybe for this hand, yes. You know, if I find something that moves around a little bit, or if I find it's not really a pocketable slingshot, I'll mention all that. You just got to be honest. You just got to be honest. And that way, the people who are designing and making these things can make adjustments and make better products. Or if some of their stuff is lacking in quality, they could be realized like, oh, fuck, you know what? I probably could have made this a little bit better, and they'll make it better. But I had a buddy of mine when I was reviewing stuff for Triple X Knives. Derek's a great freaking dude. And he's like one of the few guys from the bushcraft community that I still keep in contact with. When I was reviewing his stuff, he had told me that he was going to send me a knife for review, and I'm like, oh fuck, cool, man. Like, thank you very much, I appreciate that. I said, but wouldn't you want to send it to a bigger YouTuber? And he's like, I've had bigger YouTubers reach out to me, and they were like, you know, pay me $1,000, I'll review your knife, and I'll give it any review you want. And he's like, I'm a man of integrity. That doesn't work for me. He's like, I know you're going to shoot me straight, and if there's anything that needs improvement, I could do that. And I'm like, fucking, this guy's a dude. He's a freaking G. And I like people with integrity. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. That's why I've always quite liked him. There's another guy too. I haven't spoken to him in a while, but My buddy over at Maple House Knives does a great fucking job too. And I haven't spoken to him in a couple of years now, but he gave up the game also and just went back to work doing a regular job. And he does some great work. Some of the prettiest knives I've ever seen. There we go. How's that looking there? That's about ready for a buff and wheel, I think. I went all the way up to 2,500. We should be just about good to go. I'm going to have to tape this fucking thing up all the way around. Get her all taped up and polished up. I think I'm just going to do the whole thing again. I'll get all the sides and everything done too and see what's up. Yeah, but you're right, Hoggy, on that. It is funny what people find funny and what people find offensive. You know? The public is a hateful, fickle mistress. 100%. 100%. Yeah, and after going through all that over and over and over again, I was just like, okay, you know what? It's time for me to dip. And when I came out with that video, and sure enough, I did that first video for the Top Archery. I can't even remember what that thing was called anymore. That Top Archery slingshot, and I had it sitting in this channel for a year, and I had 80,000 views on it. And I just came back, and I'm like, holy shit, what the hell is going on here? And sure enough, it was just like, we are in business. We are in business. And personally, I couldn't really care less if I get a shit ton more subscribers or not. That's not really why I'm kind of doing this. I just have a lot of fun with the community that's on here. And, you know, I've met some awesome freaking people. Why don't I make a slingshot rifle? I never really thought about it, honestly. I never really thought about making one. It might be pretty cool. It might be fun to do a little bit of sniping in the backyard with a slingshot rifle. I'd have to look into it a little bit and see how they're kind of made and how they shoot and whatever. But that might be a fun little project for something for the new year. I'm sure I can buy all the hardware I need pretty easily. My fave, yeah. The ATO, the Adventure Time Outdoors. Yeah, that was all my son. That was all my son who came up with that. And that was the whole purpose of the channel. Actually, when I first started into doing YouTube, was just to because my family's kind of spread out all across Canada. I was kind of hoping to you can buy a trigger mechanism. Yep, I know. I saw them. They're pretty fucking cool, man. I think I'm gonna I might even give that a go, Sam. You might have sold me on that. Fuck, you know what would be pretty good in here is if I had an actual sink. A sink with a drain. Unfortunately, I don't have a drain or hot water in here, so I have to use cold water. But that would be pretty good. Ah, fuck, there's another spot right here. Didn't even see that before. See if I can get rid of it. I made one of the Harbor Freight parts. How'd it turn out for you? Shoot good? Oh, yeah, a little sling rifle. Do a little bit of sniping in the backyard. That might be freaking badass. I'll definitely go with heavier ammo on that, though. If that's the case, I'll probably shoot 9.5 or 11 mil steel. Some heavier ammo. That might be the way to go on that. I probably won't shoot. It shoots amazing. Sticks and wood. Holy fuck. That's crazy. I would love to see pictures of it, Sam, to see what your style was. What was your what your style? What your design looks like. I would love to see it. You send me some pictures on my email. Now I don't know about you guys, but I think I prefer the not mirrored finish. I think I prefer it. I think it looks better. I think it shoots better. And I think you get less glare. That satin finish. I like that. I think it looks way better than the polished. That's just me. How fucking cool would it be to set up one of those sling rifles, but actually put a scope on it. Get a leap hold on there or something like that. And you'd be able to dial that thing in like an absolute savage. All right. There we go. But we got rid of it, finally. Tell me that wasn't work. Whew. Man, that was work. That was far more work than I was signing up for. This is my actual, believe it or not, this is actually my third time now in here trying to clean that fucking thing out, and we finally got it. But I was nervous about going. I was a little nervous about going so aggressive with the sandpaper in that hole, because sometimes when you're grinding away on that sandpaper, you can kind of fuck it up, right? Yeah, that's way better. That's way better. Fuck, I think I found another spot too. Son of a bitch. I think I might be able to get that with the magic eraser though. I think we'll be able to get that out. Yeah, I think we'll get that out. Good amount of soap and a little bit of scrubbing. Yeah. Once I get it all cleaned up, I'll hit it with the buffer. Yo, what's up, Paul? I could put it back together. It takes a long time. It took me 2 months. 2 months to build it? Oh, shit. Yep. There we go. A little bit of a satin finish. Looks pretty good though. Looks pretty good. But fuck, man, I can't believe how much work that took to get that thing out of there, man. That was rough. Whew. That was rough. But it's done finally. So buffer up and get her out the door. Pretend this shit never happened. Yeah, I got another nice red one. Check this out. See if we can get this guy put in the pocket. Doesn't get any dings on it. I got this guy. This guy's ready for a new home. Yeah, I may. I don't know if nobody wants it outright. I'll raffle it off. But I've got one little spot I got to clean up on it. It's right there. I had a little bit of a scratch from something that was in my pocket and it scratched it. But this one will be going up soon too. I'll probably raffle this one up after Christmas, see if anybody's interested, or post it up on Facebook. Yeah, but this one, it's like a little bit of a thinner version of the one that I shoot, which is in my pocket. Yeah. So you can see the difference. I put silver caps on it, but I think it might look better with the black. I just wanted it to match the hardware and the core. The black on there is a little thinner than the one on mine. I went thicker black on mine, but it came up pretty nice. And now that I got the new buffing wheel that's actually got some decent speed on it, we can actually do some damage with that thing and actually get some good shooting done. But I'm actually kind of excited to take this little guy out and cut up a steak with it. I wonder if this thing will shave. Yeah, look at that. Right out of the box, shaving sharp. $15. And that is exactly why I get picky when you pay a shit ton of money for something that this actually feels pretty good. This is a good $15 buy. It's fucking crazy. I don't like the sheath design though. When you put your knife in here, it's got a little snap. See on the inside there? It should be a fold over. You got to be very careful when you're putting that in. You want to make sure you don't rub your edge against that little knob on there. But Paul, which one are you talking about? This little red feller here? Yep. I don't have a website or anything. I just make them. And if anybody's interested in them, we arrange something through PayPal or whatever. That's all I do. If you want, Paul, shoot me a message on Messenger or Facebook, and we could talk about it. I still got a little bit of work to do on this one, but that's it. High vis for hiking. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, I have a video one time. I was out in the woods hiking with my Titan Hunter. And at the time, the Titan Hunter was my favorite slingshot I've owned. I love that thing. I was outside walking around and then boop, it fell out of my pocket. Like, where the fuck did that thing go? Oh shit, it's fucking gone. And I started looking, I was panicking. I was looking all over for that fucking thing. I couldn't find it anywhere. And then I was just standing there like, I fucking lost it. My fucking favorite frame is gone. I dropped it in the woods. It's fucking OD green. I'll never find that fucking thing again. And then I looked down just by luck. It was right at the tip of my toe. But I'd already done a big walk around and searched all over the place for this thing. And I came back to where I was standing and I'm like, fuck, I looked down. Oh, fuck, it's right there. Picked up, put it in my pocket. Right away after that, I tied an orange lanyard to it to make sure that it was, I was not going to lose it. Fuck, when I'm not wearing my glasses, man, it looks like I got big bags under my eyes. Do I have big bags under my eyes, guys? Do I look like I'm fucking tired of dying or something? With the glasses on, it's not so bad. But, how much? I usually charge around 230 Canadian, shipping included. It's like $75 US. I'm just kidding. It's not that low. It's like 170 or 165 bucks, something like that. Something like that. Yeah. Okay. So I'm happy with this. This one I'm fucking happy with. It was really starting to sketch me out a little bit. Yeah, that one's done. Yeah, we'll have to hit that with the buffing wheel a little bit later and see if we can get that cleaned up perfect. And then I'll hit it with the magic eraser, get her all cleaned up, and she'll be good to go out the door. You look marvelous. Thanks, Uncle Larry. I'm feeling a little beat up today, bud. I'm feeling a little beat up. Yeah, the back was hurting. Back's hurting. I'm falling apart. I'm old. Got bags under my eyes. I can't get dark spots out of my G10. Everything's failing, bro. That those kind words just saved a life. You have no idea. Oh man. Damn. Yeah, this Avro was probably my favorite, absolute favorite shooter. And this this 0.4 Omega is really nice. I don't know who that is. Oh, that might be my sister. Shit. All right, guys. I got a boogie. I'll catch you back a little bit later. You guys take care, stay safe, get out and practice, be good to each other. I'll see you again soon. I love you guys. You're freaking awesome. Bye for now.